So today's video is the collaboration video from FullTimeWifeLife. She always opens this up for the 15th of every month, and it's open to us homeschoolers to share our favorites for this month. She just had a baby, so I'm not sure if she will be posting her video, but if I can see it, I will link it in the description box below, and she links up everybody that participates. So these are my favorites for the month, and let's get started. So this is a new find for me. It was one of those Amazon recommends books, and I was really intrigued by it, and I kind of opened it to see more about it, and I really took a gamble on this because I am such a prude when it comes to the stories, and you know, there's just some topics I really don't want to address right now. Rahab, anybody? And these are all of the stories that they're going to be covering. Gomer, I mean, like I said, there's some things that I'm not really ready to discuss with my child. So I took a gamble on this, and I read the reviews, and I kind of read inside as much as I could, because Amazon has it where you can kind of sneak or preview it to see if you think it'll be a good fit. And I'm really happy I did. When I got it, I just went to the sections that I was kind of worried about, and I looked more into it, and I'm very impressed. There are some things that I have adapted just because that's who I am. And the illustrations are beautiful. And then there's like a section, what I've been having my daughter do. Okay, here we go. Right on, Gomer. See, the illustrations are just gorgeous. So you have kind of a paint, and then you have some drawing. But what I wanted this to be something my daughter and I do together. And so what I have her do is I'll try to read the thing the night before. If you notice I said try, I don't always make it. And then I kind of just read along with her. But she reads the main portion of this. And then we'll go do this together. So there is a he is God, how this applies to me. And then a prayer that the mother will say over the daughter, and then just a little, like a Hebrew word and memory verse. And I'm really loving this. So this is the first of my favorites. We are really enjoying this. And if you had any hesitations about this, I kind of wanted to share my thoughts with it. Our next monthly favorites, if you can't tell, obviously this is all books. What else would homeschooling parents love, right? What else are going to be homeschooling favorites? These series, I don't remember how I stumbled upon them, but I picked out 3 of them. This is the I Survived the Nazi Invasion. We also have I Survived, oh goodness, I don't remember the other ones. I'll just put it down here. But the kids really loved them. Oh, I survived a shark attack because my daughter is very much into sharks and Bethany Hamilton and everything. And I think that's actually how I got this, how I started finding these. But then we found some at the library, and the children are really, really loving them. They are just told from the child's perspective of whatever historic event they are discussing. And so, like I said, anytime I find something that the kids just really enjoy and inhale, of course I do want to cultivate that. So it's an easy read. It's what I would say it did is we transferred from the Magic Tree House into kind of more of this. Alright, so there's a couple other ones. Okay, you want to read it?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Wait, I want to read.
I don't have the shark one. You have to go find it. Along with our history this year, we are doing Story of the World Volume 2. And I picked up a bunch of these. Not all of these were picked up recently. Most of these were actually picked up earlier this year. Or last fall, I guess I should say. So I picked up a bunch of these in the fall, and they are really great size for me to kind of assign, and they're very well written. I was even reading one about the White House, and it was just engaging even for me, and I was... Anyway, I'm just very impressed with them, and I did want to mention, as much as these are a favorite of ours, I don't want anybody to miss out on this great deal that Amazon has with them right now. These ones in particular are not, but there is a whole bunch that are like $2.60 and $3, almost 50% or more off of the retail price, and it's a great deal, and I just want everybody to have an opportunity to get involved with that. Another thing I want to point out is, since I have a bunch of these throughout the timelines, I actually put washi tape, as you can see. Oops, that one doesn't have any. I guess I got that one after I washi taped this, but these are washi taped so that when they're sitting on the shelf, because we have, you know, collected several now. Anything with a blue I know is medieval history. Anything with a like a gold color is ancient times. And then, of course, I will do the green and the either burgundy or red. I can't remember which colors. And that will help me kind of coordinate with Story of the World. Or I will possibly do a few in red that can tell me for American history if I go the route that I'm going. But that's just a little tip if you're trying to put them. Okay, so I have to kind of explain this right now. We've been using this one for our Shakespeare, and this is the one that I grew up having to do as a child, and I love it. But if you kind of look at the font, it kind of works more with a lot of the older books, which is not bad. It's not wrong, but we're transitioning into this type. And so I haven't excluded this from our homeschool, but I got the other one, the Osborne, like, selected Shakespeare plays, where it's really dumbed down. It's definitely twaddle. And it's just got a bunch of pictures in it, and I would show it in this video. If I can remember, I will try to get a clip for the end. But my sister has it right now because everybody has loved it. They have just been reading it, and they're able to kind of explain what the story is about, you know, really well. And, you know, my 7-year-old, is he 7? He's 8 years old. My 8-year-old boy literally read, it was probably about this thick. Okay, look how thick that is. He read the whole thing in 2 days. He enjoyed it so much. He enjoyed it so much that he went and got my big, complete Shakespeare volume, and it's sitting on his desk right now. And anything Shakespeare, he's just asking, oh, can I read that? Can I watch that? Can I see that? Can I do that? So he's really loving Shakespeare. I gave it to my daughter, and she wasn't as into it as my son was, but I think there's a whole explanation in that I'm not even going to get to right now. So I picked up this one, and it starts off like this, where you kind of get a feel for the cast of characters. And a lot of my friends are having Osborne parties right now, so I just kind of pick one up and in support. So we have that, but then this is what the story actually is. There's no other pictures. There's this little bit, and, you know, there's Act 2, Scene 1, and I really kind of like that. And then you have the next one. So I would very much recommend the Usborne Shakespeare books. They are really well done, and the children just really, really love it. All right. This is another one that we're loving, and this is something I just want to kind of, you know, it's a fun story. I picked up this to kind of bring along our bring along our picture study. I thought this would be a fun way to kind of bring in some of the different artists. And of course my daughter's nickname is Katie. Catherine is Katie. Right, Katie Bug? Uh-huh. And I was really impressed. I really, really like how this works. You know, you kind of get the feel of what the picture looks like. And then Katie climbs in, and she's then a part of this picture. And it's just gorgeous. And there she is on a picnic. She jumps through. Oh, there's another one. And then she ends up jumping through and being a part of it. And there's a whole series of these, and I love it. Exquisite and childlike, and just draws you in. That's not really how I want to describe it, but there you go. And I don't know why, but it dawned on me that we had more by this artist. Now, okay, first of all, I picked up this one that my son is, you know, flipping through. This one is Katie in Scotland, and that's the Loch Ness Monster. Oh, we're Scots, so of course I had to get that. But I also have, let's see, which other one do I have with Katie? I think it's this one. I think it's this one. We have another one of hers, and again, we really love it. But these were the very first books that we had by this author. And it's the Ella Bella Ballerina, and my children love it. And I don't know why I never made the connection between, you know, James Mayhew and this one. I don't know why. So if you are looking for a really good artist and an engaging storyteller, I highly recommend James Mayhew. Oops, that one's been loved. So, anyway. And last but not least, every homeschooling mom has got to love her coffee, right? This has definitely been a treat lately. I've been trying to cut back and be good. But you know what? Every once in a while, we just need a good cup of coffee. And that's it for me. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And check the links down below. I will try to list, you know, what I can down there. And thank you for letting us be a part of this, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.